Good morning. This is Kenda McKinney Anderson, and I am coming to you live with Conversations with Kenda. Today is Monday, June 5th. I know you guys have not heard from me in a very long time, meaning about 2 to 3 months, but I am coming to you live about many things that the Metro Detroit area, meaning really basically Detroit, that we're suffering right now. So we have a lot of issues in terms of housing. That is the one of the largest things that our families are going through. And so I've seen people and I've talked to a lot of people in regards to the nuisance complaints. And so it's a multitude of people. And the best thing about it now is we have to fight together. We got to do this together in order for us to make a huge difference, because you have these lawsuits. It's about 11 people that's a lawsuit because of a nuisance order. So when I show you guys the house that I have a nuisance order in front of, okay, there's a nuisance for this house. And let me tell you, the yard and the lawn is kept up. I have someone that goes over to cut the lawn every other week. They did it last year and they did it this year. So I have a nuisance complaint, and it's because of I don't even understand how we got Detroit Land Bank involved, because they were never the owner of the house. The house came directly from the county. So I have a nuisance complaint against a home that I am working on. So when we look at these homes that need to be demolished in the city of Detroit, we're not looking at the homes that have a roof caved in, that has no front porch. Okay, they're looking at homes that has no structure issues. Okay, so I have a home not that far away from me, and I was the last tenant there before I was moved to Sterling Heights in 2004. The house had no structure issues. They tore it down in 2015. So now there are more houses that has structure issues that they're not tearing down, but they are going to tear down the houses that have no structure issues. Okay, they leave the houses for us to purchase on Detroit Land Bank that has major structure issues. That's not an adequate life. That's nothing for our community. But this is what we're going through. Then you got the city council, and this city council person know who I'm talking about. They got on TV with someone like the fix and flip people, and we do it on our own in the city of Detroit. We have no help from our local government. We have no help in terms of what we need for our community. It's sad because the lawsuits that we have for the homes because of nuisance. Now, on the top of it, you got the Giuseppe law firm. They're supposed to be representing Detroit Land Bank. I don't understand how is Detroit Land Bank involved with a property that did not have anything to do with them. The home never even went to Detroit Land Bank. So let me tell you guys the process, because some people was trying to understand how does Detroit Land Bank acquire the homes, or how does the Wayne County. So the process is you don't pay your taxes for 3 years. Okay, if you don't pay them for 3 years, they go to the sheriff's sale with Wayne County. All right. So someone can purchase your home in October and in November. There's two different auctions. Well, I'm sorry, September and October. There's two different auctions. It's the first auction, that's the higher auction, and then you got the second one. And I know for a fact, I'm telling you this, they're going to more than likely block this message, all right? Or they're going to make sure they change the process, because our community deserves the truth. Our community deserves to get a better quality life, and they should be able to have the resources. And this is the information that we need in front of us. So, like I said before, it goes to the Wayne County sale. So it goes to the sheriff's sale. If you don't pay your taxes for 3 years, 3 consecutive years, and don't enter in a payment arrangement, after that, then all the properties after that sale is shifted over to Detroit Land Bank, which Detroit Land Bank needs to go away. All right. And we don't have any help from our local government to take Detroit Land Bank away. I'm telling you, you got the fraud from our city government because they don't care. So we need homes, and you're not going to get them unless we reelect new people. Not reelect, elect new people. All of them. They need to go. Okay? So you try to purchase a home in the Wayne County auction, which is a great auction to purchase from. However, now you're trying to see Detroit Land Bank take over a home that you purchased in a Wayne County auction. How is that possible? The auction has nothing to do with Detroit Land Bank. So this is some things that happen wrong. Either Detroit Land Bank is violating, this is a civil rights because they're taking our homes. So they're violating us because they're taking homes that was acquired by Wayne County and we purchased them, and then they're coming in to take the properties from us. All right, because they're saying it's a nuisance. Now, I'm going to show you guys pictures of nuisance, houses that's nuisance, and they have been around for 8 to 10 years, and they're nuisance. Okay, and so you want to see something? Let me show you what we're talking about. So this is part one of my conversation, so I can inform you. This is what we need to do. I need to inform our community because we are being left out. Okay? So that's the first thing. So you have to acquire a home through Wayne County, and you should. Those houses are the ones you are able to purchase that does not have structural issues. You are not required, or you're not allowed to go in a home that is going on the auction block because it's called trespassing. Make sure you know that. You can't do that, but some people have done it. So you purchase a home through Wayne County, you fix it up, and you get it together. However, even if you do that, you have these issues because our local government, they all they're doing is signing and approving things at the council meeting. They don't even read, and I'm telling you, they know that they're signing, letting things go, and our rights, our civil rights in Detroit, has been violated too many times. Okay, you gotta vote in person to get these people out. See, people think it's election fraud, and they said they're not going to talk about the 2020 election anymore because election fraud. It's not the election fraud. It's the people in the actual system that's doing it. So it's not like we're talking about that the systems are wrong. They're not. They got good equipment. They know exactly what to do. They know exactly what we need in our community. However, if you notice across the whole country, the Detroit communities, along with other Black and African American cities, this is what we go through. This is what they do. They want us to stay at this lower level, and everybody knows this. This has been going on for a long time. So this is why you have to get out there and vote in person. All right. The election is not this year, but I'm telling you this because I'm gearing you up, and I'm talking to my young people because I got a ton of those young adult followers from 18 to 60, 18 to 80. They love to understand and know what we need in our community. And I'm telling you what it is. We need you to vote in person, and we need you to challenge the election always because it's a mess. We need new government here. And then you see we had this wonderful Grand Prix. They're broadcasting the Grand Prix. It hasn't been in the city of downtown in over 33 years. And when I tell you, they're talking about how good the person that talking about how good the city is doing, how good the mayor and the council did. They have done a lot for downtown. They do nothing for our neighborhoods, but they want to take our homes away. So when I tell you that we really need to work together, and you guys need to be ashamed of yourself if you're okay with paying $1,000, $1,500, $1,200 for rent, because that is unacceptable. That's why you need to be a homeowner. Get your finances right. Be more responsible in everything you do, because the American dream is having a home. And if that's the case, you need to get it right. You do not allow yourself to pay a large amount of rent. It makes no sense. And then they're taking a home. So you're paying rent. And the reason why your rent is going up because taxes is going up. We got a whole lot of disparities in the city of Detroit. And if you don't stand up, your kids is not going to have nothing. This is what we're going through. All right. So today is Monday, June 5th, Conversations with Kenda. All right. I'll see you very soon. And remember, this is part 1. So later on today, you're going to see part 2. That means the homes that need to be demolished. So I can compare the homes for you, because you need to see what we're going through in the city of Detroit with these nuisance lawsuits from Giuseppe and Mayor Mike Duggan. Because it doesn't even say Mayor Mike Duggan on the court filing. It says Mike Duggan. This is a mess. And if anything, he should be helping our community. So when I talk about him, I'm not talking about him in a negative way. I'm talking about what he has taken away from us. And I'm telling you, 20, 30, 40 years ago, when we had Coleman Young as a former mayor Coleman Young, I'll tell you, he allowed people to buy those dollar homes. And so people complain about Mayor Coleman Young did wrong too. And I'm going to tell you one thing. It was diversity then. Even though we had more African Americans then, we probably had 3% of other races then. But when I tell you, that's a lot compared to what we have right now. And one more thing. I'm going to broadcast this one. So this was a big issue with the census. Remember this. City of Detroit sued because of the census was wrong. We had 639,000 residents in the city of Detroit. Now, we have 505,000 registered voters in the city of Detroit. All right? Now, this is what they're saying. We have 505,000. Now, if we have 505,000, that means I'm doing the math because I'm a mathematician, because I love math. That means we have close to 134,000 kids only. That's a lie. You know, we have more kids in our city of Detroit than that. And so this is where, when we talk about the election, about registered voters and what we have, that's why we're talking about it, because this is invalid. So we got 639,000 people, but only 134,000 kids in the city. No, there's something wrong with the math. And then we have 47,000 in the Detroit Public School District. Now, that is the winding down, because you already can tell people complaining about the education of our kids, which I tell you, I graduated from the Detroit Public School System. And when I tell you it was Finney High School, Finney education then is nothing compared to what it is now. You have people that came from the Finney High School. When I tell you got a black president of a black college, historic black college, you have people that own many businesses. The year I graduated, 1995, we had 147 people that graduated. And I can tell you one thing, they are thriving very well right now from Finney High School in the city of Detroit. So when I tell you quality education for your kid is necessary, you find that school for them. Your child can be the next mayor, the next police chief, the next public servant, the next governor. You got to do it. It's you that it depends on. So you make that effort. So this is Conversations with Kenda. I'll get back with you guys later today to show you the properties. Have a great day.